Let's take a look out there right now. We've got generally cloudy skies. There could be a passing flurry or two getting picked up out there. Unrelated, though, to the incoming storm. That doesn't get here until later tonight. Say 10 o'clock the earliest, right around the midnight hour. We will see that snow to start again, around an inch or two through about 2 a.m. And then you see that rain snow line quickly moving from south to north. So you'll see some slushy and slippery roads out there, especially, again, in the colder areas, mainly to our north and west. And then once the sleet takes over, eventually the rain's not far behind it. It's all going to get washed away. And that reason I don't think we're looking at a big problem with the commute tomorrow. Of course, it will be slow, and it'll be a bit of a nuisance for everybody out there. So there's our storm for tonight into tomorrow morning. Here's a storm for the weekend. We're watching that, and there's even another one out here in the middle of the Pacific Ocean that we're keeping an eye on for some time next week. As we take a look at your Friday, once this storm gets out of here, we've got a break day before the next storm arrives. Here we are into Saturday afternoon. We'll see some light to moderate snow beginning right on into Saturday evening. Dinner time plans could be an issue this Saturday. We got those pretty much by unscathed before the snow arrived this past weekend, but this one looks to be a little bit more progressive with the timing. Could even arrive by about sunset on Saturday. Then here we are watching the rain snow line once again. The only difference between tonight's system and this system, notice the colder air spreads across the region, and so we could see that quick inch or two of snow for more areas than what we're going to get with this one, where things will be a little bit more isolated. Looking at some sleet, maybe some freezing rain again in the high elevations off to our north and west, but that rain will be taking over as the temperatures rise into the 40s on Sunday. It will be just a wet and fairly mild day for everybody, and that will last all the way until Sunday evening. And then we start to get some big cold air as we get into President's Day and early next week. See, the jet stream has been rather flat over the last week or so. We've had these storms coming in quickly, not bringing, there haven't been any major storm systems, but things are going to start changing here as we get that weekend storm system and we get this kink in the jet stream. Think of it like a kink in a garden hose. The garden hose is flat. You kind of take it up and snap it, and it starts to get wavier. And as you get the wavy jet stream here, you get these big shots of cold air coming on in, and it increases your likelihood for maybe even coastal storms. But we've got frigid air as we head into early next week. President's Day, a high of only 26. Tuesday, a high of 24. Overnight temperatures in the teens and single digits. Ted Williams there on Tuesday morning, Mr. DeLuca. Hate to see him. I love to say his name, but I hate to see those temperatures getting into that territory.
And you got a Drake May on Wednesday.
You got a Drake May on Wednesday. Look at that. Oh. Yeah, so, this is a minor storm tonight, and it's not going to be very impactful, A, because it's off-peak, B, because the temperatures are rising overnight, but it's still going to be very wet out there tomorrow morning. And for anybody that's traveling later tonight, maybe you don't get off of work until midnight, all it takes is a quick inch or so to make the roads very slippery.
And just a mess, too, Jeff. I mean, you're talking about snow, ice, rain,
Yes.
just a little hodgepodge like we had last week. Those are the nuisance storms that can, be a headache, too.
Yeah, and it looks like this weekend's going to be the same, repeat performance of tonight. So get used to it, I guess. That's the going rate these days.
Sorry, snow lovers.
Yeah.